coverage of the National Football League brings us to legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Carolina Panthers.
All right.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's more. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Newton. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 30.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, they'll come out with a purpose. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well.
God.
I could come right back at them.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. McCaffrey. Little juke. And down inside the 15, shy of 10. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. On 2nd and 12, Newton. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
That's a letdown defensively because they haven't stepped up 3rd and long, and you know their thought process had to be just make the tackle in front of the sticks and force the 3. Instead, they allowed him room to run.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Rodgers. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Call it a gain of a yard. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way.
Oh.
They completed it all right and lost yardage.
But he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. Throwing now is Rodgers. Flushed out right. Under pressure now, and it's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Brian Burns showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Second down and goal. Rodgers.
Oh.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Somebody could have had that.
8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah.
Oh, God, I thought he was
going to drop 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Oh.
He didn't even try. It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
Really?
And the Packers will take over possession here up at the 44.
Timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Drops it to Jones in the flat. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Rodgers going to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers.
Oh,
crap.
I thought I was...
Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan as the first half is winding down. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point try now for Crosby. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll roll him out right. Thomas brings it in. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Gosh darn it.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers on the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. That catch good for only a couple.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 35 on second down, Rodgers. That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
He's going to stop.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Finding some room at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They've only had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Give him 5 on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Here's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And Crosby puts it through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take over the yard shy of midfield.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their faces.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are right back in this football game.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A big play there for Carolina. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They run zooming past that number there. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Oh, shit.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Man, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone's seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On play action, Rodgers steps away. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Out to his left. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Rodgers looking to throw.
Give me the ball. Get the ball.
And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up nor practiced it because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Newton. Pass complete. Thomas. 30, 20, 10. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Running out of time.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is recovered by the Packers, so that might just about do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the...
Yes, sir.
Look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Burris. And the Panthers are right back in this football game. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
36 seconds. Oh, my gosh.
Throwing is Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on, go.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Gonzalez's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah,
this game is crazy.
To this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they
just
want
don't
to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
Went to overtime.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Rodgers to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught.
I could have sworn Horn had that damn ball.
Into overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past,
and I want to
we had sudden death. First team to score wins.
Let's
but
get
no
this
longer.
dub.
Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Except for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day. But I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 47 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. But defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening run. First throw in overtime for Newton.
Oh!
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down.
I got it in there.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance. You got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
I was moving it for a second.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A give to Jones.
Damn it.
He'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. The give is to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. What can Rodgers do now with his drive? And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Throwing is Rodgers. Dancing to his bat, he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, my God. Good game.
They need more time to get it done, but put this one in the win.
I tried to do. That was a good game, though. Even though it was the Packers. I tried to come back. That's why I don't quit.